Hello, this is Witch Nikki, and I guess you've heard the news. So they've called the race. Yeah, it is a race, I guess. Race to see what we're going on here. Well, you've already seen it all. I don't have to go into all of it. It's called Winner is Clear. Okay, so anyways, you can just all look up this stuff on your own. I'm ecstatic. If that's the right word. I don't know. Ecstatic. Hey Google, what does ecstatic mean? I might be saying it wrong.
Ecstatic has three different meanings. Starting with the most common one, ecstatic can be used as an adjective to mean feeling or expressing overwhelming happiness or joyful excitement. Is that the meaning you had in mind?
Yes, thank you. Continue with the music. But I can think back to 2016 and how overwhelmed with defeat and sadness that I felt. So I think that we all need to show compassion wherever we go. You might not meet somebody who shares the same feelings. So don't try to force your feelings onto somebody. Don't ever, about anything, not about religion, not about politics, not about which food you like better, not about what movie you like better. It's okay for person A to like what they like, and it's okay for person B to like what they like, and person C and D, E, F, G, all the way down the line to like completely different things. It's okay. So, but I want to tell my experience about waking up and how I felt. Usually it's just like, okay, gonna go feed the animals, make my coffee, and start my day. I lost count. I think this is about 3 or 4 cups. Not all this big. Some were my other mugs, but I've decided to switch it around. So I'm sitting there and I thought, well, I'll text my friend in Oklahoma. I know he's getting sick of hearing how much anxiety ridden I am. So I just said, good morning. Actually, I felt pretty good about saying it too. I didn't feel like I was faking it or pushing it. I said, good morning. Something to that effect. Let me go and I won't tell you who it was, but he'll know if he gets on here and sees that. He'll know. Yeah, so because he's my go-to person for about everything, and I was just floored. Oh yeah, I sent him. So let's see, where did I go? Okay, I said I am hanging in here. You? He said, good morning. Yes, I've been watching it all morning. It is so nerve-wracking, okay? And That was earlier this morning, so I think it was after 8 actually. I said, LOL, take a break. A watched pot don't boil. Then I said, maybe my progesterone, which I showed you yesterday, progesterone, or whatever, however they say it, cream is working. My doctor suggested it. I bought some online and it came yesterday. Also DEHA and black cohosh. And I sent him the link to this, to my YouTube. Watch it. What did I misspelled something, but I was in such a hurry to tell him. I said, well, it's kind of funny. I thought it was kind of funny. I mean, not that I'm sharing the information about what I was talking about, but just that I kind of didn't know what the progesterone was. I'll get to that in a minute, okay? So hold it in my hand, that way I know to get back to it, what I was going to talk about. And he says, I've heard of that. Don't know a thing about it, though. Then I said, well, neither did I. It seems to be a hormone therapy, but made with soy. This one is. I found out by reading the teeny tiny print. Because it had me worried there for a minute, because it seems like something that they would take from, I don't know, a placenta. And I was just like, ew, what? This is supposed to help? How? I got kind of worried about it. Let me scoot in a little bit more. But I'm okay now, because I read up about it on the fine print and stuff. It soy based. So okay. So who knew that soybeans had hormones? But I guess they have like a natural replacement of it. Like they have protein, right? So somehow. Anyways, I'm feeling pretty good. Then he says they just announced that Biden has been declared the winner. He's the new president, because we were both hoping for this to happen. So, and I said, where? Woohoo! Really? Yes, he has 273 electoral votes. And I looked on the Google, it said 284. So, and then I said 273. Oh my gosh, this is why I felt so good. Like a weight has been lifted. This morning, yeah, I felt like a weight had been lifted from me. And I just felt like, I feel so good. I don't have that worry feeling over me. And I hadn't even looked. I fed the animals, got my coffee, sat down, hadn't even opened up nothing, not my phone, not my computer, nothing. I just sat down, and then I was like, I'll start out the day texting a couple of my friends and see how they're doing, you know. And my sister, because it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Sherry, if you ever find yourself watching this. It says, then he says, the only bad thing is Trump is still president until January 20th, 2021. He's probably going to try every bad thing he can think of before then. And I said, yeah, he will. So, and I asked him a few more questions. Like I said, sometimes I don't understand everything there is to know, especially political. Since 9/11, that was 2001, I have gone on a non-political non-media, news media diet that I've just stayed away from. My friend, though, he said he was watching MSNBC. I have no idea what that is. MSNBC. So he is watching that. And then I was watching where last night, Biden had 253, and then all of a sudden, bam, Pennsylvania. Thank you. And a couple other states. So, I'm going to be watching later on tonight the speech that Biden's going to say. But when I turned on the TV and was listening to those people talking, I just teared up. I was overcome. It was like from 2016 to now. I've been I have crying and stuff, and I feel bad, but I keep going and I keep going. But you know how it's like, okay, I feel so bad, but I have to keep going. So I allow myself a cry, and then I keep going, and then I go on, do what I gotta do, and then I cry, and then I go on and do what I gotta do, and I just keep doing it. You know, I never really have a moment, or more than just a moment, because sometimes you just really need to have a moment. And in 2016, I lost my brother to the election, my oldest brother, and throughout those years, between then and now, I also lost my youngest daughter to that also, and also my younger brother. And somewhere I lost my middle brother, but found him again and found out that he did not support Trump at all. So I'm pretty sure he could probably be pretty happy about this. Some people wanted other people to win, and you know, good job trying to step up, because somebody needed to step up, right? And let's just say this is the way it is. This is what I had to do. So this is my advice for you Trump supporters. It's okay. You'll be all right. You'll get through it. I did for 4 years. It was ridiculous. It was hard. I lost family members because of it. Not to COVID, but because Trump seemed to wave some magical wand over my family members and make them hate me. Okay. I think somewhere along the way I lost some friends too. And I'm not an overly, I'm not Democratic, Republican, left, right. I'm not just only in the middle. It's just kind of like, whatever's good for America, let's do it. Okay? So, yeah, all of those of you who supports Trump and did not win, you'll live. I did. Okay? But here's the rub. I'm Native American. I'm resilient. I'm something else. Okay? Do some research on that if you don't know what I'm talking about. And some of you might say, well, why am I wearing red? As you can see, there is purple in here and some red. But you know what? Let's try to visualize, okay? Red, blue, red and blue, red and blue. What do they come out with? Purple. Purple is a fantastic color. So let's all try to just blend in nicely together and make a beautiful color for 2021. Okay? Because we got to get over this. COVID-19. I don't like even saying it very much, but we need to get over it. Okay. So, yes. I tried this. And I put some on this morning. I had my clean fingers. I just kind of not like dipped out, but see? I don't know if you could see. There we go. See, there's still plenty. It's pretty thick. I'm not measuring it with a 1/4 teaspoon. I guess I could and spoon it out and try to rub it all over or whatever. So what I'm doing is just kind of dipping my fingers in and get on just a little bit. Not so it's like clumped up and, spilling over, but just rubbing out. Then I rub some back here. It says that you're supposed to, it's better where you have body heat. So I didn't put it like on my underarms, but I put it under my bra line area and my back as much as I could, and then, not up there, but like my legs, my upper legs area. And it really smells pretty clean. And it doesn't really say like there's anything else in it that, I don't even know if I can pronounce half of this stuff, but deionized water. Oh, aloe vera. That's what I was kind of smelling. I was like, it smells good. Leaf gel. Citral glucoside. Other stuff. Okay, because then it says here, progesterone, USP derived from soy, 500 milligrams per ounce. Wild yam is also in here. Other unpronounceable things, jojoba seed oil, squalene, stearic acid, grapefruit seed extract, ginseng root extract, sorbic acid, xanthine gum, and rosemary leaf. Okay, so that's why there's a very, it's not really strong and overwhelming. It's really kind of just clean, a clean, natural smell to it. So it's nice. It's nice and fresh. So those are the ingredients that I probably should have mentioned the other day more. So I'm supposed to put this on like twice a day. So I figure in the morning, I put some on last night before I went to bed. I seem to have slept very well last night. Don't forget that I'm also taking a DHA and, let me see, and the black cohosh. Here it is. Yeah. The progesterone cream helps sleep and anxiety. And you know what? That might have been it, partially. The black cohosh also helps with hot flashes. But the drop in temperature outside, it started raining today, so that was part of it too. I always just feel this release when there's been some rain, so that could have been it. DHEA is also helps with energy in my muscles. Now, of course, let me tell you, um, it's going to take quite a while for all of these things to really kick in. So I know that just it did seem to help. I'm thinking it did. But also, what happens is when I feel negative energy anywhere around me, it could even be on the TV, it could be in a movie that I'm watching. If it's sad, whatever emotion it is, it's going to produce that flow of energy to me. And I absorb it very well, very quickly. Because it does, I recognize emotions from people. I don't really know how to say this, but sometimes, of course, I do. I understand that I'm watching a movie, but I think some of my reactive neurons, or whatever you want to call them, I'm not going to pretend like I know everything, but these connections that I have, think, don't know if this is real, but I'm going to feel emotional because that's who I am. I'm an emotional, empathic person. I have a lot of empathy for people, okay? I have a grand amount of it, where some people, they could watch all kinds of things all day long. Don't faze them. Like, okay. We're always kind of talking to one member of my family, like, didn't you feel like, because I'll be crying, boo hoo, wow, wow, and she'll be like, why are you crying for? I'll try not to say names. But then I'll be saying, well, why aren't you crying? And then it's kind of like, why isn't she crying? Or why isn't she crying? How come I'm crying? But you know what? I don't feel bad about crying. I don't feel bad when I'm angry. You know what? Your emotions are to kind of help you to get through what you're getting through. And they're also there to teach you, be careful here, be careful there, be careful where you're going. It's kind of like pain. We feel pain, we touch something hot. Ooh, okay, I'm not going to touch a flame, or anything that's hot, because it's going to produce pain. Okay? Now, can't we also say that sadness is sort of like a pain? Don't you feel, when you feel sad, you feel sort of like a pain? I would classify it, if feelings had a pain, a feeling, wouldn't you say anger is sort of like a pain? Okay, and if love, the feeling of love and happiness are like, like a good feeling, just normal, healthy feeling, right? Well, I think sadness and anger are like that. They're kind of like pain, and then happiness kind of feels good, like if you're not in pain. That's how I'm kind of thinking about it. What do you think? You can share your feelings with me down there in the comments. I'm always looking for comments, hoping that people will share with me. So, hang on just a moment. I gotta go check something. Okay. Sorry, I had to go check why the dogs were barking. A lot of people have dogs, but they don't ever check why they're barking. They just go out there and say, shut up. So, I like to look and see what are they doing. And if it looks like they're just barking at air or a fly in the wrong place or something, then I say, all right, calm down. That's enough, you know. But our dogs have a tendency, there are 3 of them, they have a tendency to bark between each other. Today, when I was telling my daughters, when I was telling my daughter and granddaughter that Biden had been declared the winner, our dog started barking. They were out in the yard and they were just like howling and howling and howling, and they just sounded like, oh, maybe Michelle said, maybe they're just really happy. So, let me move you over here. You might think, what is she doing? Well, while I'm talking with you and making this video, I am also playing on my Pet City 2. So what? I'm multitasking. I'm paying attention. And you could be doing the same thing. How am I supposed to know? Because I'm going to post this, and then later on, you're going to be watching it. So then you could be doing anything while you're watching it. Just kidding. Oh, yes, I was talking about it. So, like, if you stub your toe, what, besides pain in your toe, what do you feel through the rest of your body? Do you feel like singing a happy-go-lucky song like, happy days are here again, the skies are blue, blah, 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 or something like that? No. You let out probably, if you're like me, you stub your toe or bump your head, you're going to be coming out with a bunch of colorful metaphors. Gosh darn it, donuts and booger heads or something, whatever. I don't usually do these talks for kids, but if a kid's sitting in the room, I don't want to be saying a lot of bad potty mouth language. Okay? So usually if when I put something that's for kids, you'll know it. And because YouTube has this new thing now that if it is meant for kids, then you put that it's for kids. But then the other selection is that it's an adult video, and I don't want you to think da 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 da. No, it's not going to be like that. So get your mind out of the gutter. Which Nikki doesn't do videos like that. Okay. So yeah, you stub your toe, bump your head, you've got pain going on there, and the emotion that comes along with it is like, gosh darn it, or oh, that hurt. Okay, so it's a little bit of maybe pain and sadness. I don't know what pain, and maybe anger because you did it. Okay, so you know, let's say you're doing something that's fun, like reading a book or dancing. You know, what's the emotion with that? Do you feel sad and neglected, or do you feel angry? No, because I don't know about you, but I can't really sing and dance if I'm feeling bad. I'm usually, if I feel bad and I sing and dance, then it makes me feel better, right? Okay, so I don't even know why I got on to talking about that, but um, well, we've all been going through a lot of things lately, and it's just time to release that. And that's how I kind of just felt, like I woke up this morning, and after I kind of settled, I went to the bathroom, made my coffee, fed the dogs, fed the cats, went and sat down and just like, whew. Then I start, because it's part of my daily ritual or schedule, whatever you want to say, that I just sit there and like, okay. I start feeling pop in my neck, maybe doing some little stretches. Or whatever. Okay. Then I start assessing myself. Like, it's wow. What's this feeling I feel? Oh, wait a minute. Happiness? Is that you? My old friend. Hi. How you doing? It's so good to be with you again. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen you around for a long, long time. You see? That's how I felt. Just so happy and a little bit of tears. And so I started watching about, the TV. My friend was reading. I was reading. I was like, oh my gosh. And it just felt amazing is what it was. And I was like, but even before he told me, I just felt like this, like, I don't feel angry right now. I don't feel like, you feel it when you're mad. You just feel like, give me my gosh darn coffee. I didn't feel like that. I was like, yay, I'm drinking coffee. I'm not going to drink it right now because it sat there for a little bit and I hate it. When I've been drinking hot coffee and all of a sudden, like all the talking, there's not too much of it left there. So I'm going to go heat it up or add a little bit more to it or something. Make it hot again in a few minutes. But I'm just like, I feel great. Even before my first sip of coffee, I felt great. I just felt great. And I started thinking, well, I was like, what is it? Is it this? Did this stuff? I didn't put that much on. I didn't like I could tell you. A few finger dabs of it here and there, and like, I don't even want to show you how much lotion I put on. I have this body lotion. I've had this for quite a while. And this is a lot. This is 18 fluid ounces. So if I could have this like in this amount, I got this at the 99-cent store. And it's not that good, but it does smell good because it's supposed to have like it does have, and it says paraben free too. I wonder what that paraben is because it's like it doesn't have it, so that's like a good thing. But this has like aloe vera in it. I thought it also had lilac or I don't know, but it smells good. I like putting lotion on. Sometimes when I'm hot, lotion kind of cools down my body, gives it a cool feeling. Or if I'm just, but I put on quite a bit. Like it comes out too fast. Like, oh my God. Now I was just going to put it on my hands and maybe pat it on my face a little bit and put my arms just a little bit. Don't need a whole bunch of stuff. It goes pretty good all over. So, but then I have like, oh my gosh, now I have to got so much on my hand. I got to put on my legs, or my back, or something else, and whatever. And but no, what I was also feeling was, like the people on the East Coast who had already been up 2 hours before me, and were already getting this news ahead, and um, so the feeling started trickling west, and then when my friend said, "Hey, yeah, he won," and I was like, "What?" Because I don't think Google caught up with the information or something, because it didn't seem like that when I looked at it this morning. But I think what they should also do, keep counting. Count the ballots. Go ahead. Let's let Trump see how bad it really was for him. If he wants all of the votes counted, let him see how many votes is. Sure, it doesn't matter now, because these electoral college votes are supposed to be what did it, and from what I've seen so far, Biden was just over the top. Like way over 270. It just went, whew, keep on going. But yeah, count all the votes. Go ahead, because I know I want my vote counted. Do you want your vote to count? Of course you do. Okay. So I've gone 36 minutes in plus, so almost 37 minutes into this video. And do you like the music? It's playing today. Mostly I've just been talking about how good I did feel. Yesterday, I was looking for something out in the back beyond the garage. We have a storage area room that opened the door, and there's this metal case there, and sometimes the door of it comes open. It belongs to my roommate, but the door it's supposed to be held by a magnet, but sometimes when you open the door, it's hanging on the other side, and I don't know what happened when I came back. I always forget it's there because it's so dark, and when it's open you can't really see it. It's like, anyways, I banged my head and it hurt, and I forgot to go and do what's called, I don't want y'all thinking weird or negative things, but it's kind of what's called a contact assist, and it's a tool that I learned, and now since I have gotten a tool in my toolbox, it's mine if I want to share it. Where I got it, do research, okay? Because I'm not here to give glory and to other people. I'm not here to take it either. This is not my concept. It's just something that through a lot of studying I've learned how to do, and it works, and I've kept it. Okay, the rest of the other concepts that this particular group of people give out might not be my cup of tea, so I don't have to partake of it all the time. Okay, people have different feelings about it, but the main concept is, and I could still go out there today where I've bumped my head because now I feel like I have this pain. So that case, let's say this is the case and I bumped my head. Okay, so what I should have done right then and there was to say, contact assist begin, and then gently tap exactly the spot that got hurt to the case, not this. It's not going to work with this. But it has to be, I just wanted to show you, you barely touch it. You don't go bam, 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 bam. No, you just barely touch it. I've done this before, and it works. But I don't follow everything that I've been taught along the way. So sometimes in a toolbox, I find a thingamajig, and I don't know exactly whose it is or where it belongs or what is it called. I don't know. But I use it anyways. So what am I going to say? Well, I was using this thingamajig and I fixed this. If you know what the thingamajig's called, go and do research on your own and either practice it or don't. But I have done it before. One time on my knee, one time on my wrist. I hurt my wrist on a nail or something that I was working with, a piece of board, kind of scratched me. And so I gently did the contact assist to it several times. And I wasn't cut, gash, or bleeding. It was just like a red mark that if it had been any closer, it might have, broken the skin and it might have been worse. But it wasn't. If it was worse, I would go and clean this area out first, do first aid to the area, bandage it, and then go. Okay? Because you don't want, if you're cut, you don't want to go and place it back wherever you got cut or scraped. But this wasn't. But the whole red line went away. All the pain went away. So, and this is not something that I can show you. I feel like it's something in the realm of spirituality. So it's a personal thing. You either believe it or you don't. So, like I believe this will help me to feel better. But I'm still kind of thinking about this. With sleep and anxiety. Well, let me tell you. If it works rubbing on my body, I'm not going to do it because there's a lot of ingredients in there. But if they had that kind of stuff that I could put in food, I would be eating that stuff. Whatever it is. All that stuff. I mean, soybeans you can eat, so maybe I should try soybeans. And I think there was a few other things like grape seed oil in there too. So I've heard that's good for depression and stuff and anxiety. So yeah, I woke up feeling good. That's what I wanted to say. And if you find something that works for you, then do it. The reason why I don't post where did I learn it, who taught it to me, how did I learn it, whatever, because I have before and it's caused a problem. It's caused me to lose friends that don't believe in it. Okay? So I could just tell you, hey, I bumped my head, and then I just say, okay, time for the boo-boo to disappear. And then I do this. And then you're all going to think, the next time you get a boo-boo, you're going to try it. And either it will work because you believe it will work, or it won't work. And it won't be my fault or doing. It will be because you don't believe it or it wasn't done right. Okay? And I'm not going to take that responsibility, but I am saying, because I do remember, like, this morning when I was brushing my hair, I was like, ugh, it's like, oh yeah, luckily I remembered. So later on, I could go back there and redo that. I could do that contact assist. That's all I'm going to say on it. But I did not invent it, I learned it. That's the most important thing. And if you want to learn how to do it too, you can look it up. Contact assist. Where? You'll just have to look it up. Okay? If you don't find it and you really, 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 really got to know, you can send me an email. I don't like leaving my email up in my profile and stuff, but it is, where do I have my email up? If I don't have it up, it's okay. Oh, my friend's sending me messages. I don't think you can see them popping up on the screen, I don't think. But just in case, I'll get back to him later. I didn't want to turn off I didn't want to risk losing the video right now. I'm kind of on a subject, so yeah, I didn't want to so you see, a lot of people out there is like, oh yeah, you got to try this person's method of doing it. You have to try this person's method of that. Try this person's method of that. But when you've learned a method and you've taken it as your truth and it becomes your reality, isn't it yours? Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. If anything I say somewhere along the way, somebody says, wow, I liked what she says about this or that. Not particularly this, but anything. I could tell you, hey, when I feel bad or angry, I listen to music. Sometimes, and if I want to, I dance. And then I feel good. That's not my technology. That's not my study. I mean, I didn't invent that. Everybody practically knows that. I'm just sharing. That's a tool also that I use. I feel happy when I dance or when I listen to music like I'm listening to now. So why can't I share other things? I don't know who invented the idea of when you feel angry, play music and dance and you'll feel happy. I don't know who invented that. And what if somebody just told me about this contact assist and didn't tell me where they learned it? What if they just said, hey, oh, I see you just got hurt. Try this. It's called contact assist. What you do is you say contact assist is happening or activated, whatever you want to say. Because there are steps to doing things. And if you just like bump your head and then you're like, no, it's all communication with your body, your mind, and your spirit. So you're saying it, contact assist, initiated or beginning, whatever, and then you're doing it, okay? And after a while, it's going to feel better. The next time I do a video, I'm going to let you know if I did it or not. And most likely I will, because I'm going back out to the garage there to do laundry. So I'll be near that object again, and I could just do it then. Just the sooner you do it, the better. If you do it right away, fine. But like I said, if the injury was so bad that you needed to have first aid first, then do that first, definitely. Don't stand there doing a contact assist and bleed all over the place, because then you'll have another serious problem. So, but there are excellent pieces of work and teachings by these people, by this one person who thought up this concept. But it's just up to you to find it out, because I'm not the one who's pushing you to do anything. I'm just sharing with you. This worked for me. It could work for you, but at first I didn't really believe it. But the person who shared it with me insisted that I try it the next time. And so I did. And it worked. Because I have a tendency to believe stuff from this one person, whether she believes it or not. I do. And so that's that. You believe stuff or you don't. And while we're on that subject, I don't know if I told anybody here in YouTube, but I did mention it on Instagram that I was showing how to do my crystal. And I was telling you that, or in my video, I said that I had asked about the election and it gave me a very favorable answer. And I was very happy about it. And that kind of lifted my spirits, my anxiety a little bit. But, you know, my daughter told me, because I went and told my daughter and my granddaughter about it. And when Biden won, they said, "Hey, your crystal did it again." You know, because I told them about it. And Crystal I asked, "Will Trump win the election?" It said no. And then I said, "Will Biden win the election?" It said yes. And I did this several weeks before the election even happened. And I didn't want to say anything about it at the time. I didn't want to, do it in front of anybody. This was, like I said, my spiritual connection. So I did it that way. And I heard something. Probably did. I'm not alone. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to get my laundry started in the dryer because I use what's called a sanitizing heat setting or whatever it is. I don't know. So while I was out there, I decided to do the contact assist. And I would say before, my head, just to barely touch it like this, was hurting. But I can do like this now. I can actually rub it. And it doesn't hurt. It's a little tender. But it feels like about 3 or 4 days after initially banging it instead of just the next day. So it really works. And by the way, I did look up contact assist, and so you'll be able to do it too. Google. Once you see it, like the first place that it sends you to is the original people who developed it, or person actually, and there's like millions of people who believe in it and do it. Also, when you start it, you say contact assist initiated or begin. And then when you're done, if you do it like about 5 taps, let's say, and you still feel it, do it again. Contact assist, continue. And then when you've completed it enough times, because I'm thinking with me, it took a little bit longer because I waited. Like, you know, I slept with it. I forgot about it. So maybe the longer you wait, the longer you might have to do it. But when you're finished, you say contact assist completed, and you stop. That's it. I went and heated up my coffee with adding a little bit more excuse me, a little bit more to it. So well, what have I my friend's writing to me now on Facebook. Sorry. Yeah, because I still got my Pet City 2 on there. And what I do is with them is they need to be fed constantly, not all day long. You could put a 1-minute plate out for them, and when they finish eating it in 1 minute, they don't sit there eating it the whole time. They eat it for a few seconds and then it goes away, and then they continue it again. And it gives you, that one gives, instead of I forgot what the two things are, coins or whatever. It gives diamonds or gems, I guess, gems. And then later on, when you get enough of the gems, you could trade them all in for the green bucks. So that's what I like to do. I just give them over and over and over again. If I'm sitting here doing something else, and I'll just come back and forth to the page and, feed them their stuff. And then that way I get enough. When I get enough, then I get the green bucks, which buys more in their little stores. Excuse me. They had some, I'm going to go over to it. I'm not going to show you, but I forgot what it's called. Mid-century modern. And I didn't really care for it, so that's okay. You know what? When there's stuff that I don't like to get, I just save up for the next week. Because every Monday, like in the afternoon here, they switch over to the new things in the stores, the new releases. So they released that, and I didn't really care for it. It's just kind of artsy, too artsy, and too I don't know, high class type stuff. It's not like down to earth. It's modern-y, which is fine, but for some people, I'm just saying, for me, I don't like spending all of my green bucks for that. You earn your green bucks and your coins every day doing something. The creators send you a little bag, I think it is, with 3. I think I already collected and did mine for the day. There'll be more in there, or maybe, I don't know. Let me check my messages again. Oh yeah, there is 3 green bucks a day, and then you also get the what do you call them? The little nuts that they eat in a minute, and other food, different kinds of foods. take longer. I think there's one up to 24 hours or so. And when they eat that, then they get, you get coins. Coins are good too. I have so many coins though. I splurge on my friends and neighbors though. Yeah, I'm just going on about Pet City too. Without even showing it to you. Maybe I could, but I don't know. What's that you say? Sure, share it. I love putting cinnamon in my coffee. I have coffee, just regular Folgers. It's with a drip. I have a little Keurig plastic cup thing that goes into the machine, and it's reusable little cup. So I put my own coffee, whatever kind of coffee I want, and I just use it over and over again. That way you don't have to use the little plastic ones that you get. That is a good treat every once in a while. And there has been times where I've used those little cups for other things that I'm doing. They have a hole in them, so you can't really put like glue or paint or anything, but you could probably plug up the hole and then you could use it for such things like that too. Maybe separate like if I was going to put like get an egg carton, and those little cups would fit in the egg carton, and I could put like maybe, well, I really want to need to for beads, but I could put different color beads in there, and then close the egg carton, keep it on the shelf so that you know, it's just ready to go. You could think of all different ways to use those little Keurig cup things, thingamabobs. I've planted plants in them and let them sprout to grow. Perfect, because I got a little hole in it. There you go. Because if you put seeds and we call it soil in the egg carton, if it's a cardboardish egg carton, it's going to get soggy from watering it. So if you put the Keurig in the little egg cups all along the way, then once the plant grows, it grows enough that about 2 or 3, maybe 3 inches or so, it grows enough roots in there. So all you need to do is take it out of the egg carton. It's so easy to do. And then you could either make the hole bigger, or just very carefully, maybe with a box cutter or something, but just hold it, like say this is it, like this is it, and you just could take the like a blade cutter or something and go around the bottom, take off the bottom, cut it down the side, and just peel it off, and then you can throw it away in the trash. Or you could leave it on. It will still grow because the roots will come down underneath it, and it will kind of just keep that little the little ball of roots will kind of be contained there, but the roots will come out the bottom if you open it up to kind of protect the roots a little bit more. If you're going to put them in a pot, though, you don't really need that little thing. You could just remove it. And then you got it. See? Also, say you're going to put it in a pot, and then you have the little Keurig thing. You have the pot of soil, and what you do is you put this in. First, you put some soil in about midway, and then you put this in like that, and then you fill in the soil all the way around it. Then you take out the little cup, and it's left a little hollow spot there. So you take out your plant, you remove the plastic and then you just pop it right in there. That's how you do it. Easy peasy. Today it's raining and I'm not really doing any planting during the autumn. That is not the good time to plant things. People do. It's not the good time, especially for little baby plants. Like, I don't care really where you're living. I'm living in California. It's really not the best time, the season. It's not the best season to do that. The reason is because now is the time for harvest. So you're harvesting things. You're not putting things into the ground. Is it okay to go out and buy plants? Sure, because they're already in pots. They've already been growing. But I'm just saying, if you're going to grow something from a seed or something like that, it's not the best time. We're going to be getting rain. We're going to be getting winds. We're going to be getting frost in the morning pretty soon, like maybe around December or so. So it's just not the best time to do that. When I started doing my gardening this year, it just didn't do very good. It didn't do very good with some of the plants that I did. They grew. I got starter plants, you know, like the little from the little packs, and I put them in containers that were on wheels that I could wheel from one area to another, which is good because if the area you've put them in are in the shade, you want to move them out of the shade so they could get more sun. You could let them have a break. Well, it's gone over an hour now, and that's about the longest little video I've ever done. I'm going to be doing more of these from time to time, but I think I'm going to take a break now and work on my hat. Have I showed you my hat? And then maybe if you leave comments, or maybe not. I don't wait for comments. But this is my hat. It started over here, and I had a specific little pattern going here. I had the light blue and dark blue, and then pink, and then light blue, dark blue, and then you see how there was these other color schemes going all the way around here. But then that started making the light blue and dark blue sort of get used up. So anyways, I'm back here. I got to here. This is the midway point where there's a seam where the hat connects like that. And I'm just continuing to go around. Now I'm freestyling it. I'm still going to put 6 rows of beads. I had been alternating 8 rows of the blue and then 6 rows of the other colors. Now I'm just doing 6 colors all the way around. I'm just going to finish it and randomly use the colors as I go. Hey, it's mine. I can do what I want. This is Witch Nikki, and I hope wherever you are, you remember to be peaceful. I was peaceful with the Trump supporters in 2016, and I expect we should be peaceful to those people now who have not made it. I don't like to say loser, but who lost the election. And we just go on from there. Just go on and be peaceful. That's all I can say. So I'd gotten to an end part here. See this? I could probably do maybe one more color scheme here. But I'm going to start it on another video because I've already gone like over an hour with this one. I don't know if that's acceptable with YouTube, but oh well. See you next time. Thanks for being with me.